We're actually recording this time, hopefully. I've been a developer for over 10 years at this point, and so I have finally decided it was time to have my own portfolio website. Why the hell? It's kind of wild that I expect people to take me seriously online when I don't even have my own online presence. I sometimes see an input for a URL on a website, and I just close my eyes and scroll past it so that I don't have to deal with that moment internally. I, of course, have made portfolios in the past, starting out on GeoCities, but never the whole enchilada. I'm talking custom domain, I'm talking page title. Part of the problem is we're always evolving as a developer, so I'd start coding something up and then I'd feel my skills are outdated and I'd lose motivation. Now I know the key to success is speed and not giving a heck. So in this video, I'm going to finally make a website for myself, and I'm going to show you the steps I took to do it. Make it easy for yourself. Deploy to production immediately. I know what you're saying. Deploy what? That's the whole point. Just deploy a blank page. So many times people create a website or app locally and then find massive difficulties getting it to the internet. A blank page should be the path of least resistance and will allow you to spot bugs as they form. For personal projects, I use GitHub Actions to automate this process. This part is crucial. You don't want to make the deployment process manual because it becomes a faff. And that is not the definition of easy. If you want to see my GitHub Actions file, you can. The repo for this website is going to be public and there is a link below. Also, a great time to pick up your domain name. Rest in peace to my favorite domain registrar, Google Domains. Keynote feature. Before you start trying to design this dumpster fire, for my money, we need to come up with something I'm calling the Keynote feature. This is the big money move. If you don't do this, we're going to end up with a generic site. My favorite thing to do at this stage is to go over to CodePen. You can take inspiration from yourself of the past, or you can look at what other people are doing. I'm loving this feature, by the way. Check it out. Give this guy a Web Award. I made this 3D cube effect years ago, and I've been kind of itching to use it, but I don't really think this is the project for it. So I'm probably going to go with this torch effect that I also made quite a while back. Design. This might be the most difficult area for a lot of developers. It's also one of the most important. Sadly, if you come up with some sick code, but the UI looks terrible, people aren't going to appreciate it like they would if the design was slick. I use a combination of templates, my Keynote feature, and other people's pages for inspiration. Once you've been inspired, I recommend jumping into Figma and trying to get your design 90% of the way there. In the past, I'd open my code editor and just assume that I'd figure it out as I went. It's a terrible assumption, and it might work out, but it'll definitely cost you tons of time and effort. Time to code! You've got your design squared away, you've got your Keynote feature, and your pipeline is deploying your website to production already. So you're primed to code this thing up. I'm going to start with a NextJs website, which I'm going to statically export. I don't need a server, and it's so cheap to host a static website on an AWS that it's practically free. So this is a combination of financial genius and practicality you aren't likely to find anywhere else. You can see here that I've converted my vanilla JS CodePen into React. I always find that React is great for many things, but when it comes to creating a unique feature such as this, it's kind of annoying. You have to work around it rather than just slapping that vanilla JS on the page. I'm sure you'll let me know if I'm wrong. Don't sweat it. Another thing I'd like to quickly mention, don't think you've got to nail it the first time. The worst thing you can do is overthink it and end up with nothing. There's a quote by the author Terry Pratchett, the first draft is just you telling yourself the story. Don't forget that. Conclusion. We've done it. Finally got something online which we can paste into a form input field on a random website. Somewhere I can advertise my skills and do some much needed talking about me. Now, is this portfolio perfect? No, obviously not. For a start, I don't have much content on here right now. But to put it in perspective, this took me 2 sessions to achieve, after not doing it for years. So imagine what I could have done if I just started it years ago and periodically added to it. Anyway, that's what I got and how I got it. If you've got a portfolio site and you'd like me to take a look at it, then please post in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in to Kaylee Code Lab, and don't forget to horrifically mangle that like and subscribe button.